Shalom, this is Reb David Yoseph talking to you about Kabbalah. I would like to talk this time about the four worlds. We've alluded to that before, corresponding to the four letters of the Shem Havai. The four worlds are Atzelus, literally closeness, Bria, creation, Yetzirah, shall we say, forming, manufacturing, and the last one is Asiya, making. And what they are doing is basically going from the thread of creation from HaKadosh Baruch Hu to the physical world as we see it. Really, there are five worlds. The fifth world is above Atzelis. It's called Adam Kadmon. That's the primeval man. Now, when you're talking about God, one of the ideas is his simplicity and unity. So to speak, God is as simple as a glass of water, where all the water is exactly the same. There's no difference between one part and another. That is significantly different from a human body where you have a head and arms and blood and skin, a lot of differences. When you're in the idea of the absolute unity of God and the idea of creation ex nihilo, creation from nothing, yesh mi'ayin, is something really that is beyond human and beyond the capability of human intelligence to comprehend. You just basically have to accept it on faith. Because how can you say that you start with something that's exactly the same in every respect and then you wind up with differences? Okay, the first change, shall we say, when you're talking about Atzelus, is, shall we, kaviyokal, if it's possible to say, is a change in God. Before, God was absolutely simple. Now we have anthropomorphism. God has a head, so to speak, intelligence. He has a heart, love, concerns. He has feet, mobility, hands. He can make something. That's where you have the 10 spheres that we've been talking about. The next step after that is the world of Bria, and that is where you have Yesh V'ayin, the first creation. Now, the first creation, so to speak, is something that they often call Hiyuli, subatomic particles, atoms. The smallest thing that you can come up with, which after that, it's not, there's nothing smaller. Okay, you start seeing, well, there's always something smaller. This is when you're talking about going to the infinite. Yet when you're talking about Hiyuli, then you're talking about something that is all the same. The next step you have is Yetzirah, and this is where the Hiyuli combines into atoms as we know them, where you have an iron atom, an oxygen atom, a hydrogen atom, a uranium atom. They're all different types of atoms, and it goes further than that. They combine into molecules, and then you have things like water. And then they combine into physical creatures. Okay, start getting the idea of animals and plants. This is all in Yetzirah, and this is related to the concepts of tohu vavohu that are mentioned in the Chumash. Tohu literally means desolation, and vohu means a jungle. So to speak, before you start straightening things out, what you have is the equivalent of a desert. You just look out there and all you see is sand. The opposite of that is Vohu, which is basically a tangled mess, a jungle. You know, everything's there, but you just can't do anything with that. You have trees and mud and wild animals. This is where you start. This is where you're talking about the world of Bria and the world of Yetzirah. Then you get into Asiya, which is often called the world of action. That's the world in which we're in, where basically the animals have been created, the world has been somewhat straightened out, and you start getting physical action. Okay, there's also other dichotomies in it that are used in Kabbalah quite a bit. The idea of Atzelus is the abstract, things that are intangible ideas. Bria it's already become intelligence and facts. Yetzirah is the emotions, and Asiya is physical action. And the Kabbalistic way of thinking of it often looks at the world through the prism of these four worlds. Thank you.